How do you get through to a teenage daughter that seems to have hardened her heart against everything? Body language says, I am not cool, unintelligent, unworthy of respect, etc. Warnings of consequence are disregarded, rolling of eyes, and whatever seems to be the response. I can't get close enough to hug her, and I obviously can't throttle her. How do you open that door? All right. Now obviously, I know that you're looking for a magic bullet, and there's no like magic bullet, but there are things that we ask the kids who are in the same exact situation about what do you do? And so I'll pass along to you what they said. And by the way, that is going to be the most of what Jeff and I can bring to you in general, since we're not family therapists. You know, we can't necessarily bring you what all of the psychologists have said back through the ages. What we can bring to you is what the actual people themselves have said, and some insight, hopefully, there. If there are serious issues, I haven't seen any super serious issues in these questions, but any that fall into that category, obviously, we'll bring you what understanding we can, but sometimes it's going to be, you know what, go get a consultation with a family therapist and see what they say. Sometimes that does need to happen. Okay, on this, let me tell you what we heard from, and this was a fairly overwhelming thing, by the way. Whoever wrote this, you're not alone. This is a fairly common scenario. What's more, the girl knows it. She knows that that's how she's acting. Just so you're aware, they know perfectly well that they're behaving badly. The problem is that it is almost as if those attitude issues that we talked about, where we said use it as a giant, flashing red light saying look deeper, it's almost as if those issues, those sarcastic rolled eyes, whatever kind of comments, they're allowing themselves to have those break out and bust out in an environment where they know they're going to be loved anyway. So that's the first thing for you to be aware of. They know they're behaving badly. But this is almost like proving to them that this is a safe and secure environment because you're not chucking them out of the house for it. And they know that it's not right, but that's sort of, it's a sign of that insecurity on the inside. One of the pieces of advice that we got, and this, by the way, is not just from the family therapist, this is from the girls themselves, and the boys too, because it applies on both sides, is if you're feeling a lack of connection, like this parent obviously is, and you're feeling like you can't get close enough to hug her, and she's doing, keeping you at arm's length, realize that is most likely a surface feeling of disdain for you as a parent, of they don't know anything, I'm so much smarter than they are. Those feelings really are there, but they're at the surface. And underneath that is still your little girl who desperately wants to know that you absolutely do love her and you are not going to let her go, despite all those bad behaviors. And one of the things that the kids said, they may act like it's so totally uncool or whatever, but you know what? If you literally will pick your place, if you will literally say, you know what, I'm going to leave my cell phone at home, I want you to leave your cell phone at home, let's just go to Starbucks, let's go to Waffle House, let's go and sit down for an hour. I want to hear about what's going on with you at school because I really care. And you may think that's totally uncool, but I want to hear about it. You know what? You do that enough, they'll start to believe you, and it'll start to build that bridge. The thing that we heard from the kids is just how much they appreciated that, even if, and it's almost certain to be this way sometimes, they acted like it was something they didn't really give a rip about. Just know that it matters to them anyway.